Hello, my name is Jayson Duncan. I'm a member of the Pine Hall and Germantown Ruritan Club. Today I'm going to talk with you about serving as your club's vice president and the importance of this role in the success of your club. You are the most important member of the club because your job is one that keeps others working to make your community a better place to live. This handbook for Ruritan Club officers is designed to help officers become thoroughly familiar with the responsibilities and duties of each office, as well as the duties of other officers and committee chairs in the club. The new books each year come to the club secretaries. It can also be found at ruritan.org. Because Ruritan is a volunteer organization and the time of its members can spend is limited, it's extremely important that each officer carry his or her share of the responsibilities. Clubs will be successful if each officer studies this handbook carefully and follows the recommendations and procedures. Become familiar with the four objectives of Ruritan first. Number one, to promote fellowship and goodwill among its members and the citizens in the community, and to inspire others to higher efforts. We do this by getting together at monthly meetings, working together on committees and various activities, striving to create harmony in our community. Number two, to unify the efforts of individuals, organizations, and institutions in the community toward making it an ideal place in which to live. We do this by recognizing the importance of other worthwhile organizations in the community and encouraging them by learning more about their objectives and accomplishments, helping them to reach their objectives when possible, encourage members of the Ruritans to take an active part in other organizations that serve the community. Encourage the formation of special purpose organizations, such as the PTA, Volunteer Fire Department, Boy Scouts. Taking the lead in helping all community organizations work together effectively and contribute to a community development. Number three, to work with those agencies that serve the community and contribute directly to its progress. We do this by studying the roles of different agencies that serve the community. Example, County Extension Service, Agricultural Vocation Department, Social Services Board. Asking representatives to assist in establishing short and long-term community goals. Encouraging the community service committee chairs to invite agency representatives to meet with them to help them set up the yearly objectives. And determining from each agency representative how the Ruritan Club can best cooperate and be most effective. Number four, to encourage and foster the idea of service as a basis of all worthy enterprise. We do this by helping all members of the club and other persons in the community to understand that genuine happiness comes from doing things for others, providing opportunities for club members and others to serve their neighbors, helping individuals to understand that in following their chosen occupations, they're making a contribution to others. If you follow these guidelines as vice president or just as a member of your club, you'll become a beacon of service in your community. As vice president, you serve as the chair of the Objectives Committee. This committee is made up of the chairs of each of the 5 community service committees. These are the operations committees of the club. In November meeting, the president appoints the committee chairs, members with the assistance of the board. Committee chairs should be contacted to make sure that they will serve. In the December meeting, you should secure from the outgoing president the guides concerning the work of each of the 5 community service committees and given a copy to each of the chairs at the December meeting. Instruct each committee to hold a meeting to study suggestions in the community service guides, to review the needs of the community, and to select objectives that the club might approve. Ask that the cost to the club of each objective be estimated. In the January meeting, if your community service committees have not met, this meeting would be a good time for them to meet and plan for the year. As Vice President, you're a member of the Finance Committee. This committee is made up of the Treasurer and such other members as appointed by the President. Their job is to look at the community service projects and see what type of funds are needed to be raised for the year. They should prepare a budget to cover all planned expenses. You will be the cheerleader in support of the President's goals for the year. This job not only belongs to you, but to the Board of Directors, which is made up of the President, the Vice President, the Secretary, the Treasurer, and the 3-year directors. As Vice President, following up on the work of the committees throughout the year is an important role. You should make a report at each meeting giving the progress on club objectives, and call on committee chairs as convenient and appropriate to give their reports of their activities since the last meeting. They may not always have a report, but it reminds them that they are a committee with work to do in the club. Community service reports are due to the district governor by October the 1st. Their purpose is to encourage each club to strive for greater service to its community by improving living conditions for all. These reports provide each club submitting community service reports an equal opportunity to be properly considered for their efforts and to recognize and award those clubs that provide outstanding service to their community. As Vice President, you lead in preparing the community service reports with the help of the President, Secretary, and Objectives Committee. Attending Officers Club training, zone meetings, and district and national conventions, if at all possible. I have officers attend zone meetings for the first time and come back with a ton of new ideas for their club, either as projects or fundraisings. Zone meetings give you the opportunity to meet and fellowship with other Ruritans that live and serve in your area. Group projects can come from zone meetings. The same is true from attendance of district and national conventions. You will find that we are family. Be ready as Vice President to step up in case that the President cannot attend a meeting or some other event. Make sure you are comfortable with the agenda and the club operations in case this happens, because you are training for club president. Well, this time next year, you'll be learning how to be an effective club president. I hope you have got something helpful out of this presentation, and I'm looking forward to hearing about great things from your club. Thank you for what you do in your community, because in Ruritan we care for our neighbors, we share our time, our talents, and our funds, and we work to improve our communities. We are Ruritan. Thank you.